If you're watching this video, chances are is that you are saying yes to everyone and everything, and your calendar looks a little bit busy, you have no time for yourself, you feel a little bit tired or very tired, and you would like to change that. So today we're gonna go a little bit on why we say yes to everything and how to actually change that and creating some healthy boundaries so we can live a life with a little bit more purpose. There's this thing that happens every time we say yes to something that we didn't really want to go. Someone asks you, do you want to come to my grandmother's karate presentation next week? And you say yes, and as you say yes, you can feel the dread coming into your body as the word yes comes out of your mouth. Am I correct? Now, hear me out here. If someone invites you to watch their grandmother's karate presentation, that is something that you really need to go, okay? But this is not the point that I want to talk to you about today. If you are a little bit or anything like me, you are used to saying yes to everyone and everything all the time, only to cut to you 2 weeks later Googling how to fake your own death because you don't want to attend the birthday party of that person who is friends with your friends that you don't even know, and you know it's gonna be awkward, but you promised them that you were gonna be there anyway. And why is saying yes so easy? It's simple. It's because it's one word that gets us to be included in things, because we are social beings, right? We want to attend that event. We want to be called to birthday parties. We want to be called to go out on a movie. We want to be called for that very interesting thing that is happening, that you want to be there. And it's just so easy to say yes, simply because saying no is cringe. Saying no means you are rejecting someone's ideas. You're rejecting someone's invitation, and that feels heavy and that feels bad inside of you. But what I've learned is that the more we say yes to other people, the more we are saying no to ourselves, we are saying no to the life that we want to live, and we are saying no to spending quality time with these people and the people that we love the most and our people in our inner circle, our loved ones. So we are living a life with a little bit less intention than we would like to, simply because it is so easy to say yes, and it's so easy to just say and not really look in our calendars if we actually even have time to do those things. But before we go on, if you're watching this, will you please say yes to something to me? Will you please hit that subscribe and the like button so I can keep making videos like this? If your answer is no, it's still fine, but I would really appreciate a yes on that subscribe and like button. Now, I'm not saying this because I want to guilt you into something. I don't want to make you feel shame onto saying yes all the time, because I still do it as well. It is hard to say no. We don't want to hurt that person's feeling. But what I've learned is that when I start saying yes a lot over and over and over again, first of all, I'm only one person, so I cannot multiply myself, so I cannot be in various places at the same time. And second, whenever I attend an event that I said yes to, but I really wanted to say no to, I go there and I'm not fully there. I'm not present, I'm on my phone, and I'm dreading because I wanted to spend quality time with someone else, or I wanted to spend some alone time with myself, or I wanted to be focusing on something that will generate me more returns, or creating a new business, making videos like this, or even going on a nature walk. And more often than not, I would get annoyed at myself because I said yes to this, and then I would be annoyed at them for inviting me. But it's not their fault. It's not anyone's fault, really. It is simply because I wasn't responsible and I didn't take accountability for my own time. So what we're gonna be doing now is to learn how to actually make these yeses and no a little bit more responsible, so we can be a little bit more accountable. So when we say yes, we really mean it, and when we go to certain things or events, we are there fully present. And we're gonna talk about boundaries. Now, boundaries is not necessarily something that you put a line so people don't cross. Sometimes it can be a little bit like that, but that's not what we're gonna be talking about now. Now we are gonna establish boundaries to ourselves. We're gonna learn how to say no, or how to actually say wait a little bit so I can figure it out if I actually have time for this. So there are millions of ways of doing this. There's the plain no. There's no, are you crazy? I'm not gonna show up at that event. Or there is my preferred way, which is you don't really say yes right away to anyone and anything at all. Now, this is not something that is very easy to do, and it's not something that you're gonna be very good at doing at first. But the reason why we're doing this, the reason why we need to learn this, is that we need to learn to protect our energy. Just as time, energy is not an infinite source. We run out of it, so we need ways to recharge our energies, and we need ways to also spend it wisely. Because if we don't protect our energy, everything that we do day by day, it ends up draining us. And that's not what we want. We really say yes to everything because we have the FOMO. We fear of missing out on things. We fear of missing out on birthday parties. We fear of missing out on concerts. We want to be there. We are social beings. We evolved as social beings. A lot of the things like peer pressure, all of these things are so hard for us to ignore because that's how we developed as human beings. So there are really true costs to saying yes to everything, and we don't really get to spend our energy where we want to. We have to spend our energy in things that we weren't really expecting or that we just said yes to very fast. So my number one way of doing this is that when someone asks you a question, if you want to attend a certain event, or hey, do you want to go to Taylor Swift's concert next week? Or something like that, okay? Or do you want to come to my friend's birthday party next week or next month? Instead of saying yes right away or saying no right away, one thing that you could do is take a step back, take a deep breath, and pause. And then you can think, and you can answer, hey, would it be cool if I answer you that tomorrow or a little bit later today? Because I actually need to check my schedule if it's not overlapping with something else that I already made plans for. And more often than not, people will respect you for doing that. Because when you start saying yes with a little bit more intention, people understand that your no's are actually for you to recharge your energy and to saying yes to other projects as well. So people will respect you a little bit more when you start to say yes to things that they want you to come, and you say, hey, that's something I want to come, because it will mean something. You won't be distracted. You won't be dreading coming to this place. So you're going to be there with intention, and you're going to be able to enjoy a lot more. This is not about saying no to everyone and everything, but it's also not about saying yes to everyone and everything. It's more about saying yes with more intention and saying no to some things that you don't know if you're gonna have time to attend. It's a little bit of time and energy preservation, so you can do a little bit more of the things that you want to do. Now, listen up. It's not going to be easy at first, and it is still not easy for me, and I still say yes to things that I know I won't have time to attend. However, with practice, you can start to catch yourself a little bit more and actually understanding how that works in your brain. And that first, you feel a little bit anxious about saying no to your friend. And sometimes it will mean saying no to your best friend. Sometimes that will mean saying no to your partner. It will mean saying no to your parents. But that's okay, because sometimes we need to make those hard decisions so we can have some time to, gather our thoughts, be well with ourselves, and attend things with a little bit more intention and focus on chasing that dream, chasing that side hustle, building a YouTube channel, for example. We need to have time and energy to do these things as well. So pretty much what we're doing here is just, if you reframe it, instead of saying no, We are replacing the yes junk, the junk yes that means nothing and also means that you're gonna be there but you're not gonna be fully there. And we're saying no with care, so you can say yes with more love when you actually have the time and meanings to do what you want to do. What we want here is to be able to be thoughtful, be intentional, and be purposeful when we say yes. Because saying yes is a gift. Saying yes is a blessing. So we don't want to just be yes sluts. That's what we call it. We don't want to be yes sluts. It's just that we want to say no with care, not because we don't love them, but because we love this person, because we respect them, because we care about these things. And yes, sometimes a very spontaneous yes can mean a very interesting adventure, and by all means do it. I'm not just saying exclude all the yeses, all the spontaneous yeses. I love spontaneous yeses, but think about it first and do it with a little bit more love, a little bit more care, and you will see how your life changes and unfolds in front of your eyes. What we're aiming for here is progress and not perfection. Progress looks a little bit like this. It's a bell curve. It goes ooh, it's like a wave. It comes in waves. Nothing in this life that you're gonna learn is gonna have like this trajectory all the time. You're gonna go like this, and then it goes here, and then it's gonna go here. Simply because progress takes time, progress is messy, but that's what we're aiming for progress over perfection. What I'm gonna leave you today with is actually chase to do things more intentionally. Say yes with love, say no with care, and say yes to your dreams, say yes to your time, say yes to your energy, and say no for things that you really know that you're not gonna be there fully. Because when you are somewhere, it is a lot more enjoyable for you and for the person that is with you that you are there 100%. So if you watched this video until now, chances are is that you really care about what I'm having to say, and I appreciate you for staying until the end. And if you want to learn a little bit more on how to be a little bit more productive in your life and the method that I used to get 5 times as more productive, so you can click over here to see me talk about a little bit more how I block my time and do things in sequence so I can be a little bit more productive. I just want to say thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate that you're here. I am looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Much love. I'll see you next month. Bye.